Tell me what's happened.
So, we've been waiting for 2 days now for the correct weather. Gone to sleep. Had the most lovely little cotch last night. Woken up to this beautiful vista. And it looks like it goes. The rocks are dry, the grass is dry. And we're ready to climb something. My name's Will and we're in the beautiful Wasdale Valley. Well, when I first started getting into the outdoors, this was probably the first place I came to climb Scafell Pike, which is just behind there, on my own. And from there I kind of caught the bug for it. I'd always driven up this valley and you can always see Great Gable at the end. It's kind of imposing. And it's always kind of struck my eye. And when I first started going up hills and stuff, we skirted around here and threaded the needle, which is this kind of classic walking route. And when you thread the needle, there's a big kind of spire in the middle, which is called the needle. And it's always kind of captivated me. And I've always thought how sick it would be to get up that thing and kind of see what it's all about. So yeah, that's why that's special. And hopefully we can see if we can climb it then. Well, I met Ben, and at the time I was properly psyched on climbing. I was going to the gym, but watching almost everything I could possibly consume about the sport. And yeah, met Ben at a time where kind of if I'd met anyone that was properly into it, I would just yap their ear off basically about climbing and what it could mean for me. So I got really excited when I first met him and kind of just talked to him all night about climbing, I think. And at the time, he was saying that he was just about to go out to New Zealand, and I was saying how much I'd like to go and meet him out there at some point. Sort of slept on it then for a little bit, and kind of life got in the way for a year or so. And then I got some money together and realised that it was actually a genuine possibility of going out there. So got in touch with you, and then through you got in touch with Ben and managed to kind of organise some time together where we could spend climbing in New Zealand. Went out to meet him and he just opened the world of climbing up to me in a way that I just hadn't really conceived before in my head. And yeah, just taught me everything really about how to be safe, I guess, in the hills, in the mountains, and how to do things properly.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm nervous now, can't lie. It's actually obviously pretty exposed on this ridge, so it does feels like it's going to be pretty scary, but I've got trusty Ben next to me. He'll get me through it. So it's going to be fine.
I think Will's going to do just fine. I mean, we've climbed together on quite a few occasions now, so I know that technically he's going to be, plenty strong enough and plenty good enough of a climber to get up it. That's not really a question. It's just going to be a different kind of experience, I guess. Even for me, it's going to be a bit more of a adventure-y experience, a bit more of an adventurous climb, just given the nature of topping out on top of a pinnacle on the side of a mountain. So, but yeah, I think he's going to do just fine. He takes everything in his stride, and it's something it seems that he really wants. And I think if you've got that motivation, then you always seem to pull through. The guys who did this 200 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm safe, Will, you can take me off. Well, I think I've been on a very sort of selfish climbing journey, as you kind of have to really when you first get started, especially because I had such big ambitions or like dreams for myself, like what I wanted to achieve within climbing. So it's nice to get to a point now where I feel a little bit more confident in myself to be able to like go back and sort of be able to help enable somebody else or other people to have that same experience. Because I know the hardest thing when you're first trying to get into things like this is trying to find the right people that can kind of enable those experiences for you and help you gain that experience. So yeah, it's nice to be able to turn it the other way now.
I think he's born to be like a guide or a teacher in some way. I've said this to him before. Like he's just got that knack for it, and has a way of guiding you up stuff that you would usually think to be way out of your comfort zone, in a way that makes you feel comfortable and safe and able to kind of push yourself past what you thought would be your limit. So yeah, like Ben as someone to do this with, I probably couldn't think of anyone. Well, I definitely can't think of anyone in my life that would be better to do it with, as a technical guide and like just someone to kind of like coach you through it, like mentally as well, I'd say. This has probably been the biggest sporting goal of mine in adulthood, really. Ever since I kind of got into the outdoors, this climb and this mountain has been probably the catalyst for the rest of my kind of adventures that I've been on.
I'm gonna have to find something else to set my aspirations to, but it's gonna have to be, because Nate's Needle felt impossible when I first looked at it and thought I'd love to climb that. That felt like something I would never, ever, ever be able to do. So the next thing is gonna have to be something like that, which feels ridiculous to set an aim like that, but that's the only way it's gonna work, is to like set your aspirations like so much higher than you think, and then just like slowly work towards it, I guess, because that's what I've done here, I suppose.
How you feeling, Will?
Euphoric. Yeah, it's pretty surreal. It's probably one of the most, well, that's probably the coolest thing I've ever done in my life, I'd say. Just purely from the fact of like how exposed it is, how prominent it is, how classic it is here, and also how much I've just like kind of sort of dreamed about it for so long, and to actually tick it off feels pretty crazy, to be honest. So yeah, I can't really describe how I'm feeling right now. Euphoric.
So what I'm hoping to do is conquer every phallic shaped rock in the UK. This is I think potentially the most phallic, and so starters you mean to go on, isn't it?
Cool rock, but yeah, amazing.
How did it feel up there? Euphoric.
How did it feel up there?
Yeah.
Felt like I was the king of the castle, boys.